Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 2 of Moving the Magnets for this upcoming game against Richmond. This Sunday, we are less than 30 minutes away from finding out who falls just short of the mark on the extended bench. It's time to talk all things black and white. Good afternoon. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope we are all doing well. Welcome to the stream. We find out who will be selected for the game against Sunday. For the game against Richmond on Sunday. I was at training today. I think I have a better idea now as to who won't be playing on that extended interchange and who we can narrow it down to. So we'll have a look at the rolling predicted 23 and see what that looks like. Perhaps we even get one certain Manny to jump on the Discord shortly, because he has a word or two to say about this these trio of players playing VFL this week. So I'll be intrigued. I'm fascinated to hear what Manny has to say about the lads playing VFL as opposed to AFL this week. Yasu half-eaten dim sim, Maniela, Stephanos, Chris. I hope we're all well. Welcome. We are here, that's for sure. We also, on top of finding out that Bobby, Geordie, and Billy Frampton are playing in the VFL, we're also going to have Tom McGuan play. Is it Tom McGuan and Saxena? I think it's just McGuan. I'm hearing maybe it is Saxena as well. So we're going to get a good look at one of the NGAs in Jai, and then father-son, Thomas McGuan. It is intriguing to see how someone like McGuan will go up against big senior bodies. I think that will be a good close watch. It's going to be a cracker of a Saturday night to watch the VFL with the players that are going to be involved. I think we're going to get a lot out of it, more than just a W or an L. So hopefully we get through unscathed. Hopefully we get what we want from players like Geordie DeGoey and Billy Frampton and Bobby Hill. VFL is tomorrow at 7:10 p.m. Stewie, you told me Tom McGuan is playing. You always seem to have the word before anyone else, so good stuff. Don't know where you get it from. Don't know if you're ahead of time, but good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Good cracker games for the AFL as well. Well, one of them tonight, the Sydney Derby. That will be watched with close interest around the formation of the top 8 and potentially top 4. So that will be a watch. That will be most certainly be a watch. We are playing Frankston in Frankston. That is the fixture that the VFL have been served up. So I wonder if it's going to be like a full crowd. Can you sell it out is the question. That's what I want to know. We'll find. Watching the game, we'll probably get a good idea of how busy the game will be. The Frankston Dolphins. How are they going this year? Generally, I'm pretty across the whole standings of the VFL, but I'm not sure where Frankston fits in the picture. I'm going to imagine they're somewhere towards the bottom. Let's see. Ladder. VFL Premiership. They're 7th. Frankston is 7th, so this is actually a massive game. So if I do one of these ones, this is the VFL ladder. This is important. I feel like this is we can't underestimate how important Collingwood playing VFL finals is for our younger players. For those who won't be a part of the AFL final series, get the next best thing, and that's VFL finals footy. Win games. We have a very good winning record, by the way, 10-5. Like that's decent. That's decent. I wonder where 10 wins at this point of the year last year would get you. We could have a look. So if we go round 18, 2024, 10 wins. Oh, okay. It was clearly a lot more closer, more of a competitive league last year. So there you go. There's that for a fun fact. There's a bit of a separation between top and bottom half. Yeah, so they're 7th. And there's play-ins also. I would vouch for play-ins at AFL level. It would encourage more engagement towards the back end of the year. When you look at the teams in the AFL who are around this mark, it's just, what's the point? So we're top 4, or we're potentially going to be in the top 4 in the VFL after tomorrow, which is huge. And this is a very relevant scalp we'd like to take, as they're not too far away from us, and they're a game behind. We have a game in hand above Frankston, Brisbane, and even Richmond will throw in there. Greatest VFL team since round 22, 1989. Gee whiz. Come on, Stu. Now you're testing me. Son. How many weeks do you think to go in Bobby and Frampton will play in the VFL? How long's a piece of string? Hopefully not too long, Mr. Chris. Can we see your lineup? We can. I'll do that, and then we'll get Manny on. So let me sort this out. All right. So from what I saw at training, Rowan Steele did not participate in a great deal. So I think he'll be a carryover. As to will Mason Cox, so he will stand as an out. They were pretty much just their loads were quite managed at training, so they're keeping them fresh, and it seems like they're not going to be in this picture, I would guess, which means simply that I think it really comes down to now Allen or Markov, and I think I just want to keep Allen in. I just want to see if he can take it to the next level. Whereas we know what Markov's level is. And Markov's level this year has been good. It's been pretty consistent outside of that game against Fremantle. Let's see what Allen can do. Let's see if Allen can give us something. And if not, then we can maybe fiddle with this magnet next week. I'll ask you guys. Start a poll. Who falls short of selection? Markov or Ed Allen? Let's see. Let's see what the poll thinks, the chat thinks. I think Titch will play this week most certainly, 100%. I've still got him in here. He was a big part of training today. McCreary was running laps. Howie was doing some quite high intensity sprints. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jeremy. I'd almost lock him in next week. The way he looks. And Billy Frampton's playing VFL tomorrow, so we'll find out. As long as he gets through, he should be back next week. All right. Let's get Manny on the chat.
Malak.
Yassel, mate.
Yassel Malak, what are you doing, buddy?
Are you up and about yet or what?
Yeah, simmering, mate. What's today? Friday. Saturday, tomorrow get more simmered. Saturday, Sunday we're on, mate. Sunday we're on for the 4 points, buddy.
Talk to me. I hear you're not quite happy about the players in the VFL this week.
It's a fucking myth. Absolute myth. It's a malakia. It's a myth.
For who?
I watched for the for the competition, bro. It's a malaki, it's a myth. It's all bullshit, bro. It's all bullshit. Number one, Hayden Young last week against us. How many months off? Football.
He had a couple months off. Fair.
No, 3 months off.
Yep.
Surgery? Yes. Hamstring surgery, 3 months off, no VFL time, straight back in, demolished us in the last quarter, number one. Last night, Will Day, how many games off? Since what round was he injured?
It's probably been close to 2-3 months as well, yeah?
No. Since round 3, 17 weeks, fractured foot, surgery, no VFL games, straight back in, and played well last night. It's for Malakia there. We're playing too cute. We're playing too cute, bro. Simple. The facts don't lie.
But
I saw Will Day come in of 17 weeks off with no VFL time, and he played well. Simple as that. Hayden Young, the same thing. We're being too cute. There's no need to rest. There's no need to play Bobby Hill and Billy Frampton in the twos this week. Simple.
So, what I have to say about that is Hayden Young comes in against the side that they must beat to stay in finals contention. Hawthorn are around the same mark, yeah. The difference is the dotted line with this conversation where it comes to a stop, I would say, is the fact that we're playing Richmond.
Yeah, and what's the difference? Is this a must-win game for us? Fucking oath it is. If we don't win this game, we're not winning the premiership. Then we're going to win. We've got a hard run coming up. So it's the same thing for us. So don't think we got wins in the bank, buddy. We're on the edge as well. Don't worry about that. They're just in a more bad position than us. We're still in a bad position. We need top two, buddy.
Look, if we can't beat Richmond without DeGoey, Bobby Hill, and Billy Frampton, we got bigger problems on the horizon.
Yes, that's correct. But what I'm trying to say is, do we really need to play all our players in the VFL, especially Bobby Hill with no injury, mental health issues, and then you got Billy Frampton who's only been off for 4 weeks, and they're fit. For them to be playing in the VFL, they're fit. And what happens? And what happens if they get injured in the VFL? Because they play VFL doesn't mean they're immune to injuries.
True. But the intensity, the intensity is lesser. The time, the game management, their time on ground can be far less at VFL level than AFL level.
Yes, but you also got players in the VFL trying to gain senior selection, and they do stupid stuff in the VFL. Anyway, it's not a big deal. I'm just saying that I've seen other players come back after long stints. I just think it's weird that we're playing all of them in the VFL. Maybe Geordie, yes, but the other two could have come straight back in.
Mm.
So that's what I'm saying. So I reckon we'll get the job done over Richmond, but I reckon for next week, Brisbane, they're all going to come back in. Simple.
Mm. Josh in the chat says, Manny, you saw what happened to McCreary. Couldn't manage his minutes, and he did his hammy again.
Yeah, we saw it. But McCreary's a burst player, bro. He's a burst player. Geordie's a burst player as well. But I'm just saying, if other clubs can bring their players back in without VFL time, how come we can't do it? What's the difference between Will Day and our players?
All right, let me ask you this. If we were playing Brisbane this week, do you think Bobby Hill and Billy Frampton play?
Oh, we have to.
Well, there you go. That's the difference.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not going to be too critical now. But next week, if they don't come back in and we get too cute, we're going to drop that game.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Jack Silvani? I forget. I know you commented, but I forget. What are your thoughts on Jack Silvani potentially moving to Collingwood?
Jack Silvani, number one, he's using Collingwood. He's using Collingwood as contract bait, number one, because he knows if the fans find out he's coming to Collingwood, all the fans are going to uproar, and the Carlton's going to have no choice but to give him more years. Number two, if it is true and he's coming to Collingwood, he's injury prone. He's only played 13 games this season. There's no way There's no way I'm giving him 800 grand a year to be a lockdown defender. There's no way.
I want him.
I'm giving him 500. I'm giving him 500
He's not
grand
coming.
a year maximum.
Nah, he's not coming for 500. That's for sure. That's a fact.
Well, do you want to play? Or do you want to play for 850, 800?
I'll give.
That's injury prone coming off the match.
I'll give that prick 800. Easy, mate.
What, for 13 games a season? You're going to give him fucking 800 coming off an ACL.
You have to remember.
Injury
Exactly. He's managed to string together 13 games following an ACL. I think that's a win.
Yeah, and how do you know? And how do you know it's going to work in our system? We play a system defense. They play one-on-one defense.
Who knows? You have to find out. You have to find out. We'll have to find out. Find out. Did you hear what Fly said in the press conference today?
Yeah, no, I heard him, man.
He's interested.
He'll meet with him. He'll meet with him. But it's like a day cost going to Collingwood today. You think about it deeply. It's not going to happen, bro.
It's different, mate. The Carltons, they don't look after the Silvanis like the Collingwoods look after the Dacoses. Come on, let's.
Yeah, I know, bro. But I'm just thinking about it deeply. Yeah, for him to come to Collingwood. Do you think seriously, after his grandfather and his fathers played for fucking Carlton, legends of the fucking club, that he's going to feel comfortable, right? And all of a sudden, do you think all of a sudden he's going to fall in love with Collingwood, do you? Are you right today or what?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, there. Yeah, you're dreaming. You're dreaming, mate. You're dreaming. It's like Josh Dacos. It's like Josh Dacos going to Carlton now.
It's not the same hypothetical.
It is, bro.
It's not. I just told you. Carlton have a fractured relationship with the Silvani surname. Collingwood, the love and the endowment towards the Dacos name has never been greater. So do not try and compare the way Carlton treat a Silvani and how Collingwood treat a Dacos.
Yeah, but wait. Do you seriously think that when Silvani looks in the mirror, right, and he puts on those black and white stripes and he runs out with the Collingwood Football Club, do you think that he's 100%, right, committed to Collingwood? It won't happen, bro. It won't happen. It's like me now, putting a Carlton jumper on and looking in the mirror. It will never happen. Trust me, bro. It's just common. It's just human nature, bro. It's human nature, Malaka. I'm telling you, it won't happen, bro.
The love story is over for them, mate. He's going to come to a club where he's going to get treated properly. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit weird initially. It's going to be a bit funky, but it's going to work out.
There. So Jack Silvani's only played 4, 5, 6 good games, and all of a sudden we're looking at him like he's our saviour. All of a sudden, Jack Silvani now is our key defender, right? That's gonna be our saviour there.
He's not our saviour. He's a piece to the puzzle, like Perryman and Membry.
We're overhyping it, bro. We're overhyping it, buddy. But I don't think it's gonna happen. He might.
What else do you want? What's the alternative? Okay, all right. Let's change the angle. What's the alternative?
What's the alternative?
Yeah.
Your alternative?
Tell me.
Exactly what fucking Fly said today. Darcy Moore has been spoken to. You're not accountable for your defender. Stay back. Did you hear the coach? The coach fucking spoke to him today.
I had to rub my eyes. I thought it was Manny talking to the journos.
The coach fucking spoke to him. He's been spoken to before, and he keeps getting out of line. He's gonna play. He's gonna watch this week. He's gonna play tight this week, and you give it a couple of weeks, and he's gonna start drifting off again. But Fly spoke to him today, and Fly told him. Fly said he spoke to him, and he's told him he's got to be more accountable in the fucking defensive 50. See, told you, Malaka. The coach watches things like me, bro. You can see it there. It's not rocket science, bro. You can see what's going on there. You don't have to be. You have to be fucking smart to work out what's happening.
Pretty sure I made a video on this for the King's birthday game. Did I not?
What do you mean?
I have already spoken about Darcy Moore when he's at his worst. I've spoken about that when we played Melbourne, the King's birthday clash. There's a video. The video title was it's quite provocative. The title name was "You should be worried about Darcy Moore." And my concern has always been with Darcy Moore over the last couple of years, and surely you agree with me. He's good, is great, but the difference between his best and worst is too far apart for a captain of the Collingwood Football Club. True,
bro. Exactly. Your captain has to be performing 7 out of 10 constantly. You can't have your captain playing one good game out of 6, bro. Do you think?
No. Hold on.
Listen. Do you think Pendlebury was ever called in from the coach when he was captain to be spoken to? Do you think Nathan Buckley was ever called in by the coach to be spoken to? Your captain should know the game plan inside out and go out there and not need to be spoken to. Your captain should be telling the other players what the game plan is. Simple as that. Am I right or wrong there, Malaka?
Look, I'll disagree with you in the fact in where you said the part where you mentioned he plays one good game in every 6. I felt like before this week
He does.
Hold on.
He does.
Hold on. All right, let's analyze this. Yeah, let's analyze this. Let's have a look at Darcy Moore this year. I feel like before the game against Fremantle, I thought he had maybe 4 or 5 really great games in a row.
Great.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Great or decent, man? Decent. Your captain's got to be great.
Hold on.
Your captain
Coaches votes against Gold Coast. Coaches votes against Carlton. He had 9 intercept possessions against West Coast, 7 the next. He's been good, man. He had a shocker against Melbourne, the Melbourne Demons. And then I felt like he started the season off a little bit funky. So what have you say?
So if he's been good, what was the coach spoken to him this week?
Because he has these
for nothing.
Darcy Moore has these occasionally, from game to game, will have these brain fades. I think that's these games where, like we said, these games against Fremantle, the game against Melbourne, the game against Geelong early in the year, it's just probably something we ideally wouldn't like from our captain. That's the conversation. Let's not blow it out of proportion. I don't think Fly grabbed his collar and went face to face with him. It was probably just hey, these are some scenarios that we saw from you in the second half in particular where you pushed up and you had no impact with the aerial duels that you enforced yourself in. And we need that to be better moving forward.
That's they would have shown him the footage. They would have shown him the video. They would have shown him videos or during the match thing.
Mm.
They would have showed him video there. They would have showed the clips of him getting caught up the ground. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're playing Richmond now. We'll see what he does this week. We've got Dean back in. He's got to cover Dean a bit. They're going to try expose Moore again. They're going to try expose Moore again on the lead, or they're going to try expose Dean. One of the two.
So what about Tom Mitchell? Because it seems like he's going to be in the side. Where do you stand with the whole Tom Mitchell profile?
Well, I said it before there. Tom Mitchell, he played one good game, come back, played a shit game, got dropped, and now he's back in again. So it's whether you can have Long and you can have fucking Mitchell in the same midfield, bro. And Richmond are quick, bro. If they get that forward handball going against us, we're in trouble. I'm telling you now. Don't think this is going to be an easy game. If they get that forward handball going through the middle, and they've got this system going up and running now, we've got dramas, buddy. I'm telling you, if we're slow, they've got quick midfielders. Their young players are quick. If our midfield is slow, they're going to expose us. Thank God their forwards are young and they're shit kickers. The young forwards are young and they won't be able to expose us that much.
Who are their quick midfielders?
Taranto's quick.
No, he's not.
Hopper gets the ball out. Taranto can move there. Even the meatball can shrug. He can shrug as well. The meatball can make maneuvers as well. Don't worry. That Mansell's quick. He plays up the ground and he runs through the midfield. They've got quick players. Don't you worry about that.
How are their last 5 games in the midfield? Because they've won the last 2, yeah. They're a bang
I'm not worried about their last
average
5.
midfield side.
Yeah, I know. I'm worried about their last game against West Coast.
Yeah.
Well, they've got this system. They've got used to this system now. It's because they've been training their system. They're used to the system. We should be a comfortable win. I reckon it'll be about 60 points. But I'm just saying, I don't know what they're doing with Mitchell and Long in the same team. I don't know what they're going to do. We don't know what's going to happen. We're just assuming. But I don't think you can have Mitchell and Long in the same side, or side bottom and Long in the side bottom and Mitchell in the same side.
Do you think the selection committee truly believe that we can have Ned Long and Tom Mitchell on the same side?
Well, obviously not, because we didn't have them in the same side last week.
Yeah, but we might do against Richmond.
Yeah, no, but unless they think we're going to get the job done over Richmond easily, because we played Fremantle last week and they had Sarong, Brayshaw, and they'll bring in Hayden Young in, they thought, they're going to be too quick for us. And also got Jackson roving off Darcy the ruckman. So because Jackson plays as a midfielder as well, maybe they thought, if we play Mitchell and we play Long in the midfield against Fremantle, they're going to cut us. They're going to cut us to shreds, like Gold Coast did.
Well, two different midfield makeups, right? Richmond compared to Gold Coast and Fremantle.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But the next 3 games that are coming up, they're all good midfields. So we've got to settle the side down. We've got to get our best midfield mix going, so they can sit in there and get used to the game style and get connected again.
Yeah, this is true.
I'll even give Roland still running through the midfield.
I don't think he's going to play on Sunday. I don't think he's going to play. I think Cox.
I think he's playing.
Nah, I think he'll, because he barely trained today. He was mainly just doing his own thing on the side. Same with Mason Cox. I think it comes down to Ed Allen or Oleg Markov staying in the side.
Well, but yeah, as I said before, because Houston's coming in, I reckon they're going to keep Allen in the side for midfield depth or wing, and because Houston's coming back, they might drop Markov.
I think so too. I'd agree with that.
Thank God we got Houston. Thank God we got Houston back, because at least with Houston in the back 50, or at least with Houston off half back, he covers Darcy Moore a little bit. If Darcy Moore goes wandering, at least you got Houston back there. He can play tall as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and maybe it allows Josh Dacos to play a little bit more midfield on the weekend.
Yeah. Let's Josh Dacos play midfield. Let's Josh Dacos play a bit higher, half back. So we'll see. We'll get the job done there. I'm pretty sure. I'm 100% confident we'll get the job done. But I'm telling you, if we lose to Richmond there, there's going to be a lot of fucking angry people out there. I'll give you the big tip.
LA, you're going to be around for the watch along tomorrow night?
It depends. It depends on what's on. Who's playing tomorrow night?
Collingwood, Frankston.
Yeah, but the AFL.
Oh, you got to do your.
The showdown's on there.
You got to do your research for the other games, huh?
Yeah, the showdown's on. Adelaide's playing. We're playing Adelaide soon.
You got to have to look at Adelaide. You got to study the teams.
What's the surface like at Frankston? The playing surface.
Fucked if I know, man. It's Frankston, bro. Have you ever been to Frankston?
No, I've heard about it. It's probably fucking pebbles.
Yep.
They might give Geordie 70% game time, or maybe half a game
less.
footy.
Yeah, I'd say 50. All right, Phil. All
right, buddy.
All right, I'll see you. We'll see you around. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look. Let's see if the teams have come around. We hit refresh, and we see nothing yet. If we go to Twitter, do we get anything there? Nothing yet. We refresh Collingwood. Latest news. Nothing yet. Pretty sure it's 5 o'clock, isn't it? That the teams come out. Maybe. I think last week. Stewie Peters, help me out. Last week it was 5 o'clock as well, wasn't it? I'm almost certain we're going to see Markov and Mason Cox out. And then Rowan Steele will be an emergency. That's my thoughts. And just what we had manifested. Exactly right. There you go. Bo McCreary out. Oleg Markov out. Mason Cox out. Unfortunately, Rowan Steele falls just short of the mark for his sake. And the sub could be, I would probably have to guess, Ed Allen ends up being the sub. Maybe we see Will Hoskin-Elliott the sub again also. They have Seth Campbell and Kaczynski out. Noah Bolter's a big in for them, and Silly Green's a lively little small forward, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look. Did they mention that Markov was dropped, or was he managed? Let's see. Goodness, look at the AFL website. It's cooked. What a disgrace. Look at that, man. Here we go. What'd they say? Omitted. Yeah, wow. That's that Fremantle game. Markov will rue the game he's had. He will rue that game, Markov, because I feel like he played himself out of the side, just doing too much against Fremantle. It's a shame. Mason Cox wouldn't say he played himself out of the side, he just wasn't up to it. Markov, on the other hand, had opportunities to take easy options, he didn't. So Membry, Mitchell, Houston, and we will see once again whether that whole Ned Long, Tom Mitchell thing is a problem or not. How much are we going to get out of a game against Richmond, against a midfield side that's not great on paper? I just don't know. I don't know. And then all of a sudden, we've got 4 games left. We've got Brisbane, Adelaide, Hawthorn, and Melbourne. How long are you willing to flirt with the makeup of our side? So tread carefully is what is where I'm at right now. That's the message. Not that they listen. That's the message I'd be relaying to Fly and the coaches. Be like, I'd say, if you're not sure about Tom Mitchell and or Ned Long, figure it out. By Sunday night, you need to know if one or both are going to be a part of the next block of games. Why is there so many best 23 playing VFL? Silly, right? Yeah, we had that conversation with Manny. I do feel like there's arguments on both sides of it. I think because we're playing Richmond, it's the last game we can afford to do that, where we can play Bobby Hill, Billy Frampton, and Jordan De Goey in the VFL, manage their minutes there at a lower intensity. It does make sense on those side of things. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, I will leave it at that. That is the teams. We shall see you tomorrow for the watch along. We'll get going at 7. The game starts at 7:10. Really looking forward to it. I'm actually quite excited now, given the inclusions for the VFL. De Goey, Bobby Hill, Billy Frampton, Tom McGuan, and I think Jai Saxena as well. So we'll see you then. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, go Pies.